Okay, so what we're going to do today is we're going to do a rear differential service. So here's the rear differential on this Toyota, and I already broke loose the drain bolt, which is a 24 millimeter right here. And I'll lift this guy up, and we'll get you nice and close here. We'll pull this plug out. This thing's only got 18,000 miles, and the guy's going to be real careful and service it. And there it is. And you see how it's kind of going grip, 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 grip. We're going to take the fill plug out, and there it goes. So the drain plug's there, the fill plug's there, and I think he got me new gaskets for him. So we'll see. This plug here has a magnet on it, so you can see that it's got metal shavings attached to it, which is kind of a bummer. But in any case, there's the metal shavings there. You can see that little metal shard hanging off. And it's continuing to drain out. And I'll get that. So I'm going to go ahead and clean this guy off with a rag. Okay, so it's got a magnet in there, and I've cleaned it off really good. And then we're going to set this aside. We'll let that drain out, and we'll get our new gaskets.
Our car just has like a maintenance required light on, so we're not sure.
Not sure
what's wrong with the car, but
it's just, remember that's a mileage counter, and so it's going to go off every certain amount of miles, and what you're going to do is just reset it, and then if it needs an oil change, then you can do that, but it goes off every certain miles to tell you just need to do normal service. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes sense.
Okay, that's the mileage counter.
All right.
That's auto 1. Okay, so we're going to keep that draining out there. We'll put these aside. Auto 2 to the classroom, please. Auto 2. Good night. We're just waiting for that to drain out of there. And then he's got some special mobile ones. Can you what? Yeah. But, well, it's better to do it outside so you can make a mess. Yeah. We got some special 7590 synthetic gear lubricant, and it says LS for limited slip. So this has a limited slip differential, and this is a special lubricant for that. So I'm going to go ahead and pause the video and just let this drain out, and we'll come back to you in a moment. All right, so what we're going to do is, we got this drain. We're going to go ahead and wipe that off, put it on with our new washer, thread it in. Okay, and then there's a torque value on this, so I'm going to grab the instructions. And they want this torqued to okay. that bolt torque to, I'm looking, I think he had torque, okay. That's, okay. That's manual transmission, that's front diff. Here's rear diff. On the rear differential, okay. Front diff. Okay, rear diff, they want you to torque it to 36, okay, 36 foot-pounds. Let me grab the torque wrench. Hey guys, you gotta put the chain. Why are you tightening it without the chain? You gotta put the chain on there. Right? Okay, here's a 24 millimeter socket to 36 pounds. And here we go. Feel it clicks. It's squeezing the gasket right now. There it is. See the torque wrench moving and clicking. So that's the torque. And now we're going to take this bottle here, and this mobile one, we've got it gear oil. We're going to poke a hole in here, hold a little seal out. Yeah, you're welcome. And we'll cut this guy open. Let me grab a razor blade. Squeezing it in. An embarrassing sound. Okay, get this guy out. There's more in here. Let me pause this for a moment. So we're putting some more in. We're going to put it in until it starts dribbling out. So now what we're going to do is, this thing's pretty empty. So I'm going to go ahead and pour this other bottle into it. So I'm trying to do this so I don't waste fluid. Get everything out of this bottle. Yeah. Snap-on TPMS3. Snap-on TPMS3. It's about much larger than that. Okay. So that's in, and it still needs more. So it probably takes like 2.5. Let me go get another quart. I'm going to use this top. So if I don't use it all, I can use the other top to seal this guy up. I'm going to start pouring fluid into there. Okay, take it out and turn it on. Huh? What'd you say? What? Did you get it out? Okay. So now you see it's full. It's starting to come out. Put our finger in there. It's nice and full. So we're going to put our fill on there. And we're going to torque this plug here. Come here, you guys. Bring it here. So we're going to go to 36. There, it's torqued. Okay. So we have it's full and torqued. So did you turn it on? Okay, so now we're going to go yes. And you're going to go ahead and ID the vehicle. Just scroll up and down. Okay. So now we're going to, so what we're going to do is we're going to do a front differential service. And you see this Allen here? That's the drain bolt. This is the fill bolt. So I'm going to go grab an Allen and we'll do it like this. See if we can see it. You can't see where I am right here? No, you can kind of see it. Okay, so give me just a moment. Let's get the drainer over here. And, okay, so I'm going to give you, let me just pause this for a second. Okay, so here we go, taking off this drain plug. Front diff. And so here comes the plug. I'm going to go ahead and lift this up. It's going to be a little harder for you to see.
I'm just taking it out.
And,
Oh, really?
Taking this guy out. I don't know how much it's going to gush. There it goes. Yeah, it looks like this plug has a magnet on it. It's got some material on it, so we'll clean that off as we see that stuff gurgling out of there. So I'm going to go ahead and put this here, and you can see the stuff on the plug. Well, it's got quite a bit of sludge on there. It's a magnet. And I'm pulling this guy off. So we'll let that drain out. While that's draining, I'll go up here and take the fill plug off. And it, fortunately, is not too tight. So come on up here and I'll show you the fill plug I'm taking out. There's the fill plug. And we'll go get my gasket. Put it with the cleaner. I mean, it actually belongs to him. He paid for it.
Oh, yeah.
So, first of all, Yeah, yeah, a little bit of carbon and stuff right here. Um, you know the silencer bench here? It'd be nice to have it straight, but I can't say that's not really bad.
They're like, is it supposed to be this like old? Like on the beginning?
No, you don't want it. I don't think so.
I'm gonna take a couple more out and just see what they look like.
Okay, so I'm changing the gaskets on here. I got the old one off. I'm gonna clean this plug off. I'm gonna put the new. Here's the new gasket. Still draining out, so I'm not gonna put that on yet. I'll wait for this to stop draining. So it's still just got a little bit coming out of there. You can see. All right, I'll be right back. In case you didn't see it, the tool is called an Allen. This is an Allen right here. Hopefully you can see. Yeah, there you can see the six-sided X, and that's what takes these plugs out. These plugs fit right on there. Okay, we're gonna go look up the torque. How's it going? Yeah.
One of them looks dirtier than. Like on these ones.
Yeah. So the oil there gets in from a seal up above, but it's not in on the plug. Something like that, yeah. It's okay. Throw that one away. You're okay.
This is a V6?
Okay.
Is it V6 or for something? Did it make V8 for this?
Mr. L, let's look at my typing. Oh my gosh,
Did you do a good job, Claudio? Huh? Did you do good? Yeah. So sorry about that. I'm actually recording. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take this tub. We'll put all our oil that we have in there. Try not to waste any. Okay. And then we're going to have to pump it into that. I guess that one's empty. So we're going to have to pump it into that. So now I'm going to go get a hand pump. This time I will pause the. Okay, so what we're going to do is we have the gear oil in there. Would you hold this in there, okay? I'm going to purge this pump. Hold this right here. And we're just going to pump some into the dimming here, okay? And the reason why we're doing this is to purge of other fluid that was in there. Okay, that's good. So now we're going to roll this over. I'm going to put this up inside the differential. Right there. Can you hold that right there? And get the camera so they can see. Okay, so I'm going to grab the camera so you can kind of see. You want to hold it? Just want them to be able to see what we're doing here. So we're just going to pump in here. Okay, I'm going to get some more, okay? Give me 1 second.
Oh, it's dripping.
Yeah. Oh, you ready? You ready for me to tighten it?
Hey,
One
dude.
second.
What's up?
This is the stuff we had to do in my car, remember?
Yeah.
I did it like 3 times.
So we're going to fill this guy here.
Training fluid?
Differential fluid, gear oil. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to pump that in. Well, honey's going to hold it. We're going to pump until it starts coming out. So he'll let me know when it starts coming out.
Oh, honey, you got camera?
Yeah.
Should be getting full pretty soon.
Yeah.
Still not coming out yet, huh?
Starting to drip.
Starting to drip.
Yeah.
Here, let's pull that out and see where it starts gushing. Yeah, so it's gushing. So we'll just put this aside and we get our plug. And put our plug in. It's starting to slow down dripping. And then we screw our plug in there. And now we're going to torque that thing like we talked about earlier to, I think it's 29 pounds. Let me double check the torque.
Mr. Earl?
Right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, what's up? What's up, Ashley?
Oh, could you, when you're done, could you come see what I did wrong?
Yeah.
Because I followed the steps and it like looks worse.
Okay, good. So you still need me.
Well, honey, do you actually want the racks?
No. Okay, there, it's torqued at 29, so we're good. Go ahead and just pause it. Okay, so now what we're going to do is change the oil. So I'll put these tools aside. Put them over here. And we'll go ahead and put this guy here. The drainer's here. And then move the cord over. And so you should have the oil drain plug.
Hey, Mr. Lim,
Yeah.
if I use that pressure washer, do all I have to do is plug it in and wheel it over?
It's too late. It's cleanup time.
Oh, okay. That's got to be up.
Right in about 3 minutes.
Gotcha.
Is this 800? This is 800? Okay. Thank you.
So we'll go ahead and keep this drain plug out. That's too tight for us. Should it go? Turn this up a little bit. Get the gear oil out of here. Bring in the oil. Huh? We're cleaning now, so. Oh, okay. Just want to get it draining. Oh, well, yeah, I could have done that. Is it up in the air? Yeah, I could have done that. Yeah, go ahead and just, here, 14 millimeters. Just go ahead and get it draining. Oh, it? Yeah. All right.
Hey guys, clean up time. We need everybody to bring their tools to the panel. Yeah, everybody come on. Hey, get those tools to the panel. You know you got this.
Okay, so what we're going to do now is take the, let this continue to drain, and then we'll have to get the filter. So let me pause it for a moment. Okay, now, so I'm going to go ahead and put the new drain plug gasket on there. And the old one's stuck to the pan, so I just got to get a screwdriver and pop that off. I've got my little compass screwdriver. I think I can pop it off. Yep. So that must be a metal. That's a metal piece. Now I didn't realize. And so I'll put this guy on there. And because he likes everything torqued, we'll see if there's a torque spec for this. Okay, so it's got a 30 foot-pound torque spec. So let me grab the torque wrench. So I got this thing on 30, and 14, and it like clicks. Okay, so that's torqued. And it's got a canister type filter, which I think is up top. So let me pause it and we'll look up. Now that everybody's gone, Mr. L has his mask off, which is kind of nice. And we're going to lube the U-joints on the drive shaft. Come underneath the car here. Put this down over here. And you should be able to see these Zerk fittings on the drive shaft. These guys right here. And what they are is they're a little grease fitting that's made for our grease gun to go ahead and go on there. So I'm going to go ahead and leave this right here, and I'm going to grab the grease gun. You guys can watch. I'm going to go ahead and put that up there. And slip this on. I'm going to give it a couple of squeezes until I hear the grease sort of squeezing out. So there, it's just squeezed out. I give it a couple of shots. See if we can hear this one over here. I'm going to try and do it so you can hear it. So listen carefully, maybe you'll hear it. Here's a little crackling, you probably couldn't hear it. But grease went in there, and there's one more back here. We're going to do this one. Right here. There we go. That one's done there. I'm going to wipe up the extra of this guy. This guy. This guy. Okay, so he wants us to retorque these to 65 and retorque these to 27. So I'm going to get the torque wrench and we'll retorque them. And I just kicked the camera off.